Hey YouTube world, it's me Evelyn, coming to you with no eyebrows on. Because I have something very important to discuss and we can't waste no time, okay? Time is of the utmost importance, of the essence, if you will. I don't have no hobbies, okay? I ain't got no hobbies anymore. The dictionary defines a hobby as an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. I ain't got that. I don't have one of those. I ain't got that. To me, a hobby is something you do with no expectations. You don't expect to get better necessarily. You don't expect to get paid. You're not trying. This is not a side hustle. A hobby and a side hustle are different. What had happened is I turned the biggest hobbies that I had as a child, I turned that into my job. It's my job now. I used to write stories, you know what I'm saying? Look at all, I used to write for fun. And now I write scripts. I used to love dressing up as like different characters. I used to make videos and burn them on DVDs before YouTube ever existed. Do I have a DVD player? Look at me on Christmas morning, opening my first Barbie camera. It was a real camera with real film. Look at me mentoring my brother in the ways of photography. I'm an influencer of the original sort. And now I still dress up as different characters. And now we both make videos and use cameras. The only problem is when you turn your hobby into your job, you no longer have anything you did strictly for fun. Now it's for deadlines. Now it's for a paycheck. There's a contract. You can't break the contract. The fact that a crew has already been hired, you can't tell them all to go home because you're not into it anymore. It can be a downer sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what's happening? I'm gonna tell you what's happening. I don't feel very well-rounded. There's a sort of magic that happens when you do things that interest you for no reason. That is, by definition, what play is. And I've talked about play before in a previous video and how important it is, not only in children, but in adults. Otherwise, we feel like we're on a hamster wheel, you know what I'm saying? Like we in the Matrix or whatever. I don't wanna be in the Matrix. I don't. Although I do have a creative job and the things that I do are creative and they involve play and they're playful, not the same. It's just not the same. So I need to get back to basics. I need to get back to that feeling, that flow. You know what I'm saying? Where you tinker with things. Fiddle with them. Is that a word? It's an instrument. It's a lovely feeling. So instead of trying to reinvent the wheel and think of new hobbies, I'm just gonna go back to baby Evelyn from the internet and see what she used to do. I'm gonna revisit my childhood hobbies. Let's go! Only the old internet cousin gonna remember. Let's go! I used to play piano. It's a thing that I learned how to do. I got my first keyboard when I was, I think 5, on Christmas, and I played piano for fun. I did recitals. I played, this is a picture of me playing in Dillard's. Why not? They got a piano. I played all the way until I was maybe 15, and then I stopped. I went home to my parents' house and got some of my old sheet music to see if I can still play it. Nursery songs at the piano. We got Hickory Dickory Dock. Who we got? Hey Diddle Diddle. Little Boy Blue. Mess with the Kid. And I was just doing this for years and years. I played, girl. Look at me. Look at her. Hold up. Oh, headless black man. Yes, give us jazz. Yes. And then I graduated to picking a song from like the movies or something and just trying to play that. We Got Never Felt This Way by Brian McKnight. Please. You don't even know who I am. The Walk to Remember soundtrack, Mandy Moore, all right? So yeah, let's see if I can get back into it. I don't have a piano though, so let's see if we can acquire one. Facebook Marketplace to see if there are any keyboards I can purchase in my area. Ooh, those tables are cute. Estas en muy buenas condiciones. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I see this listing for a keyboard that's $80. It's a Casio CTK 2500. So I just looked it up on YouTube and it seems legit. I'm at the spot, finna meet the lady. Hi, good, how are you? Great big dogs fight animals. That's what great big dogs. D. Is something a sharp? Can't do it. Okay. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3. Raspberry boy. Stop. Okay. Ain't none of little practicing won't fix. I think once I have my setup set up, you know what I'm saying? I need to get a stand for the actual keyboard. I need to get the sheet music stand so the music props up. I think once I'm set up, it'll be a nice little playground for me to like figure out music again, remember how to read. Cause like, it was touch and go there for a second. It was touch and go. Another thing I used to do as a youth was read. Stay with me. I still read, but I rarely read physical books, maybe a couple a year. For the most part, I listen to audiobooks, and I'm listening to them while I'm doing something else, right? It's my way of fitting in reading something while still like maximizing my productivity. When I was little, I didn't have nothing else to do. Wasn't nothing else to do but read a book. I'm not trying to multitask or be efficient or anything like that. I would just sit and I would read, sometimes all day, sometimes just an afternoon, sometimes until somebody told me to go sprinkle Comet in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm inspired by. Yeah, I used to read these. In the American Girl series, there was one black girl. I don't know if that's changed now, but back in my day, there was one black girl, and her name was Addie. And that's what my parents bought me to read. And then as a teenager, my mom made me give some of my Addie books to my cousins. I'm missing book number. This is 1, this is 2, all right, this is 5. Where's 3 and 4? KK and Jasmine. KK, okay, and Jasmine. I'm texting you after this. Remember that keyboard? Remember that keyboard I had as a 5-year-old, and I had it all the way until I was a teenager. All right, my parents made me give it. So Tony, cousin Tony, where you at? I think y'all wrecked my keyboard. Is it in your house? Bet not. I've been reading for the longest time. How to Live Safely in a Science Fictional Universe by Charles Yu. I'm gonna read until I don't want to anymore. Oh, okay. All right. Well, here I go. I'm reading. Okay. Another hobby I've had, and I kind of had to dig for this one. I've always been fascinated with making books. Like every art class, any chance I could at home, I would staple papers together to make my own book. I've always been interested in binding, how books are bound together. I never really got that far into it. Here I have one of my earliest books. No staples, just folds. Evelyn and Heidi's notebook. If you're wondering, this is Evelyn and that is Heidi. Oh, Heidi was Asian. So that's a lovely cover with a nice drawing, if you will. And if you open it, oh, it is stapled. Oh, it's glued. Oh, we put our names in there. That might be both my handwriting, not sure. Our secrets. Evelyn is my best friend. Oh! Did I get played? Why is our friendship a secret? Favorite animal is a tiger. There you go. Roar. And then this final page, friends forever. Okay, and then we wrote the initials of all our friends. I'm guessing stars are you're more important than the other ones. By Evelyn, just for Corey, David, and Heidi's secrets. I also asked my mom what she remembered about any of the hobbies I had, and she said that I used to like drawing and doodling and things like that. So I'm gonna combine these two into one hobby, make a zine. So let me try it. All right, coming to you from the floor. Let's set the mood. Shall we? Shh. Not while I'm bubbling. That's good stuff. It's uneven. All right. And then from here, like you cut in the middle so that you can fold it. Okay. It's been a while. So I made my little booklet. We're gonna draw. We're gonna draw some drawings. What do I wanna draw? Whatever I want. What? Oh, we doing something. We doing something. Ooh. We still doing something. We still doing something. I think he needs a nice, whatever this is, bronze yellow. Let's do that. presenting to you my zine called Random People. That's the cover. It's called Random People. This is Roger, all right? And it's just me like doodling, you know what I'm saying? Created by me. I don't know how to draw myself, but I'm gonna try. That's gonna be my next little hobby. So then there's just other pages that I can fill for fun. This is nice. Y'all not gonna lie and tell me this not nice. This nice. We've come a long way from this. All right, Heidi, wherever you are. I'm mad it was a secret. It was friends. This was good. This was really, really good. So I dived into my childhood hobbies today, dibbled and dabbled, and I enjoyed the process. It was a walk down memory lane to remember what my life was like, the things I was doing. It was an exercise in like prioritizing yourself in a way, and I'm gonna continue it. I'm going to continue it. I'm feeling energized and like the world is full of possibilities, you know what I'm saying? And even though I feel a way about having to schedule in my hobbies, but if I don't, like, it feels corny. If I don't schedule it in, nobody else cares about your life the way you do. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's gonna be like, oh, she got a couple free hours. And it's like, yeah, they're free. Free hours for me. You know, it's a thing that you do as a child. But as an adult, it gets a little tougher. And just like, you know, my parents would reserve time for me to go practice piano so I can be up in Dillard's, not shaming nobody. I have to set aside time for the things that I want to do and pursue. I'm feeling good. And now, word from my sponsor. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with over 30,000 classes that you can take in design, business, and more. I'm a YouTube creator, as it would seem, but first and foremost, I'm a YouTube watcher and viewer, and I learned about Skillshare through Eileen of Lavender, Rowena. I learned about Skillshare through Michelle B. You know, all those light and airy girls that make me feel hopeful about life. I started a class in hand lettering back when I was fun employed and I was feeling like I need to learn a new skill or do something new. So I was going to make, you know, remember demotivational posters? So I was gonna learn using that class how to make like really beautiful hand lettering and have it say something like, you suck. I was going through it. I've taken Storytelling 101 a year or so ago. My girl Ashley Ford has a creative personal storytelling class, The Art of Telling Your Own Story, coming to a memoir near you. I can't wait. And that's what makes Skillshare so great. It's just a place to continue learning. So Skillshare is giving away 2 months free unlimited access to all my internet cousins who click the link in the video description box. And after that, it ends up being about $10 a month. All I'm saying is that if you're self-employed, that counts as an expense. Okay? Development is an expense. Write it off. Shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and encouraging me to go on this adventure. In the comments below, I want to know what your hobbies were as a kid. I was also a kid that like collected sticks and rocks and stuff. We didn't have time for that in this video. So let me know what your hobbies were, if you still have them now, or what do you do now as a hobby? Do you need one? Did this help? Did this encourage you? I hope so. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the internet somewhere. Bye.